Today we'll be making a Canadian Patriotic Wreath on the Unique in the Creek large board. Zip ties in there already. There's going to be 72 petals that we'll be adding onto the board. What I'm going to be using for this project is in white for a Canadian Patriotic. So 30 pieces cut 10 by 10. So 42 and 30, altogether 72 petals. We'll see what it will look like. This will be my first time making this. What we're going to be making is the pinwheel petal. Just the pinwheel petal. No mixed petals today. So I'll make a couple for you. Start with the red. What I do is I put this curved side up, right? Place it down. And then I turn it this way. And what I'm gonna do is gonna bring this corner down to this corner. And what I've been doing to make all those petals is I've been lining this up on a line and here. So this way I'll see where the middle is. So right here's the middle. So I'm just gonna put that like that, right? And what I do, I don't flip it over. I just tuck this under like that. It's easier and faster for me. And then I make sure my tip over here is pointed. I'm gonna line these up at a line and go up 2 inches, and that's where I pinch together. And I grab a 4-inch zip tie and I just wrap it around and zip it up. Just like that. Okay. So that's your pinwheel petal. So again, white petal, curved side up, turn it this way. We say turn it into a diamond. That means we're putting the square this way rather than this way. Okay, so I'm just grabbing this corner and putting it down over here. Okay, it's just like that. I'm gonna line it up at a line as so. This is the middle, and here I fold it down. This is the pinwheel petal, but we're doing the tuck-in petal method for this wreath today. So 2 inches up is where I pinch and add my zip tie. Okay, just like that. Okay, so there's the tuck-in petals. Is the wreath board we're using today. It's the Unique in the Creek large board. Again, 72 zip ties on there. And what I'm gonna do is so you won't get confused, I'm gonna start up here. These are the hanging holes up here. And right at the bottom, right here, that's the middle. I'm gonna start adding the petals. White, again, we'll do, oh, there's a lot of petals. These are a lot of petals that I'm working with here. So the tuck-in petal. So another white. I'll show you what the tuck-in petal means. Tuck-in method, not the tuck-in. So what you're gonna do here, you see this part right here? This one goes under here. Just like that. And that's the tuck-in method. And we'll continue on with white. We'll see how this will look. This is the first time I'm making this this way, which patriotic this way, and I thought I was like, I wanted to try it because I'm sure it's gonna look pretty neat. Okay, keep tucking in your probably these upper flaps into there. And so red. So I was looking at the petals. Like I said, you'll need 42 red for this if you're gonna do this style. It'll be smaller amount if you're gonna do it on Unique in the Creek small board. It would take less mess if you're gonna do it this way. That's funny. So I keep tucking this in just like that. So if there's this is a trial and error type of wreath, and if I don't like the layout once we get into the middle part, the third row, probably end up taking stuff off, but I'm hoping it'll look good. So right now we're working on the second row because the first row is these holes right here. We call that first row, and then I'm not using that, so the second row is what I'm using. So continue on with the red. So continue. Right, so red, and red. So the first one I ever designed on a Canadian Patriotic wreath was this way, this style, but I used the roll petal. So I'd like to continue using different styles or different petals, but with the same layout. So white. Is that white? Is that red? No, that's white. I have to remember because I covered up the letters. They look a little bit 3D-ish when I, as you see here, I like that look. Okay, so white. So you'll notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white here and 7 white up here too, where we started. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, so that's 18 on row 2, 18 red on row 2, and 14 on white on the same row. So one more. So for this one, you gotta tuck this in both ends of the petals, the ones that are side by side. Right. I'll show you what I mean here. So this one tuck in over here, and this one you tuck in up here. Some people go back over here and tuck in all the other ones here, but I'm not gonna do that for this one. Just leave it, because nobody's gonna see the back anyway, so. All right, so I'm just gonna clip off those zip ties using my nippers. 32 petals here. So we're starting at the top again for the white. We'll just go ahead and do add the petals in there. Go ahead and find the top part. This is the top right here, so we'll start with white. Start with white again, so you won't get messed up. So this will be the hanging whole part up here. Okay, so white, 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 2 more white. Cut this in and grab another white and do the same thing. Okay, so now we'll start the red. And plus these are a lot of petals here, but it's worth it. It's a patriotic wreath. It's worth it to have all these pretty colors. Okay, cut that in. We do how many more red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more red. Grab my red over here. They're all the way over here. There we go. Petals everywhere. That in. Grab another red. To make sure when you add your petals, your zip ties, your zip tie doesn't get caught into the one that you're closing up, because you'll have trouble entangling it. You can separate these evenly too when you hang it up. They'll separate, lay nicely, and what, an inch apart or something. Let me see. Are we doing white here now? I think we are. Was that red? Yep. So we're starting on white now. Okay. we can tuck this on this side and this one this way. All right, we'll cut those off. Excuse me, zip ties. On this third row, you'll have 10 of the white and 14 of the red. So that's 24. So there it is. So it looks like right now for 2 rows that are in there. We'll find the top part. This is the top. Again, we'll begin at the top. Okay. Make sure our zip ties are standing up for us because we don't want to cover them up. So I'm going to begin right here, right in the middle again with the white, and zip that up. Make sure my zip tie is in there. Zip it close and go on to the next one, which is white. White and then red. So red. Who's a Canadian that loves making patriotic wreaths? For this row, you'll need 10 of the red and how many of the white? 6 of the white. I want to cut these tail ends off here too, with the petals, like these ones. But you see how it lifts? It's more 3D-ish. It's because of those, they're under, so they're just sitting, petals are just sitting on top here. So that's why I didn't cut them off, because I want that look, that lift. White. Okay, close the last side up. Tuck it here and tuck these there. Let's cut off those zip ties and top. All right. So the top is up here. See that? So there. To you, how you want to do this for the 4th row. Like you could do all white. so it'll line up nicely with these white up here. When we add our sign in there, our 8-inch sign. All right, so let me add the sign, and that'll be that for this one. And then we'll add our hanging zip tie up here. One time I was going live and I taught y'all something wrong. I added the, this was the middle right? I added my hanging zip tie up here. I was like, I gotta delete that part when I edit my video. So what I gonna do here, my grammar. My speak isn't right. Okay, let's clip that off. And tuck that in there. There we go, and it's so clean. You don't need to cover this up. It's so smooth and clean. Nothing will scratch your door. And there's our Canadian Patriotic tuck-in pedal method using the pinwheel. So these ones you can move around, make sure they're all, you know, properly spaced and everything. But you can do, I can do that once this is hung up, and so I can see from afar. And so there it is. There's our Canadian Patriotic Wreath. So go to it, Canadian friends. Go out there and make some beautiful wreaths for our country.